with Joe Dever's Lone Wolf. Or I will be as soon as I get the game capture up. That might help. Oops. Game capture. There it goes. Okay. Yes, now I'm back with Joe Dever's Lone Wolf. So, for anybody who isn't familiar, this game, and I don't know if the sound is alright, this game is based on the Lone Wolf books, which are choose your own adventure books that were really complicated because they had a whole like chart where you built a character kind of like in D&D, and you had stats and you had to calculate everything out when you were playing the game. It wasn't just like select an option and go. And anyway, I never actually played the books because they were so complicated, and I was like, I don't want to mess with all that. I would rather either just play D&D or just read a choose your own adventure book. But I actually really like this game, so you'll have to let me know if the audio is okay. I like the music, so here, let me delete this. Yes, I like the music in this game, so I want you guys to be able to hear it, but I also want you to be able to hear me as well when I'm talking over the game. So okay, so this is a lot of text, so you're gonna hear me talking a lot. You are Lone Wolf. Your life is not an ordinary one. You assess and counter all challenges with... Okay, so, yeah, I don't need to read this tutorial. So, you prefer a straightforward and decisive approach, although it is reckless, or you rely on your dexterity and intuition, or you carefully assess the details before attempting to overcome an obstacle. That is absolutely me. Although sometimes I also, I do all of these at some point or another, but like usually in games I play it cautiously. So that is me. Do I have any favorite choose your own adventure books? It's been so long since I've messed with those. Like, I know Gary was doing his Choose Your Illusion, which was really fun, and I liked that when he was streaming that. But I actually don't have any of those books. And oh, the music can be turned down a little bit. Yep. Okay, there. I turned down the music a little bit. You'll have to let me know if this is better. Yeah, I don't actually have any Choose Your Own Adventure books in my possession, and I cannot remember a specific title that I really, really like from back in the day. If you mean like a general series of Choose Your Own Adventure books, I most of the time would just use the, or read just the Choose Your Own Adventure titled ones. Alright, so. Yeah, you used to love them as a kid, but haven't found any adult level books. Yeah, pretty much. So I love this though, so like, once we get to the actual game, you'll like it a lot. So, I'll proceed. Many are the battles you have fought in defense of Summerland, wielding your sword, or axe, or mace. I like sword. So they are not high damage, but they are quick and easy to use. You are more than a gifted warrior. You possess special Kai disciplines that give you mastery of survival, combines the skill of a master tracker, hunter, and explorer, or healing restores your health and improves your meditation skills. Meditation, of course, restoring all of your abilities in between fights and things like that. So, survival. I like survival. So, I have a choice between Mind Over Matter, which lets me manipulate objects in the immediate environment, or Mind Blast and Mind Shield. Ooh, let's be psionic. Alright. I'm able to perform extraordinary martial feats due to your weapon skill, or Animal Kinship. Yeah, Animal Kinship. Make your choice. Sixth Sense has natural intuition, helping you identify and counter unseen dangers, or camouflage, making you stealthy. I want Sixth Sense. Okay. You possess special Kai disciplines that give you mastery of survival, Mind Blast, Mind Shield, Animal Kinship, and Sixth Sense. For Summerland in the Kai, which is also the name of a track from this game. Oh, hi Devin. Yes, this is another stream, and you missed the joy that is Umbrella Corps. I was like trying to think of the name because it blotted out of my memory. It was so terrible. Okay, we are proceeding. This is my story. This is my past. Choose your own adventure. Shakespeare sounds fun. Yeah, that sounds interesting, actually. Definitely tell me more about that
For many
sometime.
centuries,
Oh!
the Kai Lords defended their kingdom of Sommerland from the Dark Lords of Helgadad.
Helgadad!
Many battles were fought and won
The
by
dad
the
of
Kai,
hell.
but finally came their demise. 3 years ago, the monastery of your warrior order was attacked by the armies of the Dark Lords. The Kai were destroyed. You were the only one who survived the final battle. All seemed lost, but you retrieved the Sommersword, the one weapon that can slay a Dark Lord of Helgadad. You slew Zagana, the Dark Lord leader, and saved your kingdom from destruction. Now, the lesser Dark Lords hunger to take their revenge. It falls to you, the last Kai Lord of Sommerland, to crush their evil schemes once more.
I agree with you about how you like this that this is set as a sequel to the original books. I quite like that as well. It is written by the same guy who wrote the original books, so that's really cool. Okay, I don't need that. Okay. So, 1, Blood on the Snow. And bear in mind, there are action scenes, but we're not there yet, and there's... Oh, shoot. There are action scenes, and there are parts where you have a map and all of that, and it's kind of like... it's kind of got some of the sorcery elements, if you've played sorcery, but with some action-oriented fight scenes, so... Anyway, you are a lone wolf, the last of the Kai Lords and sole survivor of a massacre that destroyed your elite warrior order. You would prefer not to be where you find yourself now, in a narrow mountain pass blanketed with crisp snow, flanked by shadowy timberlands where icy winds whistle through the branches and chill you to the bone. You would prefer not to be here, but duty has called you to this remote part of your domain. You are the Fry Earl of this territory, and Fry Earl, by the way, is the best name for anything ever. I want to be a Fry Earl. Someday I will be one. Alright, and you are responsible for the safety and security of the hardy Summerlanding folk who live and prosper in this harsh mountainous borderland. Now, what did it do? See, you've got all this stuff. Okay, I don't need to read all of this. I know how to use the game. So, yeah, you've got, like, inventory and weapons, and this is how the original book games were as well. Like, you had to have, like, a notepad for this. You have received a disturbing report of enemy activity around the mining village of Rockstarn, and all communication with the village has ceased. Fearful that the settlement may have been attacked by Gyaks and other Darklands raiders, you have come here to assess for yourself the true situation. After a seemingly endless trek through snow and ice, you have almost reached your destination. Your horse becomes increasingly nervous as you approach the outskirts of the mining settlement. Also, I like these illustrations, they're pretty cool too. So there you are. The smell of wood smoke is being carried along on the chill air, and its acrid aroma unsettles you both. This is not the reassuring smell of smoke that arises from hearth or furnace in the depths of winter. This is the smell of wanton destruction. Your heart sinks. You have journeyed here as quickly as the harsh weather would permit, but despite your valiant effort, you may have arrived too late. So, we make a choice. I can use my Kai survival abilities to understand what happened. I don't want to waste any more time, and I urge my horse to gallop. Or, I decide to be careful and proceed on foot. I think I want to use my Kai survival abilities to understand what happened here. And see, it uses up your powers as well as you go. And then that means that when you start a battle, you have less ability because you've, you know, downed it and all of this other stuff before the battle happens. So, you can detect the remnants of many footprints in the snowy ground. These prints are more than a day old and all have since been covered by fresh snowfall. Yet your Kai senses detect that they were made by enemy scouts, Gyaks most likely. If a Darklands war party is operating in this area, they may have placed traps along the trail ahead to ensnare the unwary. It is an old Gyak tactic, and one that you have no intention of falling foul of. The forest clings to the steep mountainside on both sides of the trail. The ground here is very difficult to traverse on foot and impossible on horseback. It comprises jagged rocks and loose shale, interspersed with treacherously deep and narrow fissures, and they are all covered by blankets of ice and snow. It will be a very difficult route to take, but if you were to always keep the trail in sight, it would be a sure way to reach Rockstarn. You dismount and pat your horse's head reassuringly. Then you retrieve your equipment and personal items from the saddlebag. The horse senses you must leave him now and go ahead alone. He neighs softly yet sadly. This just like reminds me of like the Neverending Story when what's his name? the horse, Artax. There you go. Artax is in the swamp of sadness. Okay, I don't want you to be a victim of the swamp of sadness. Go forth, horse. I don't want you to be sad. All right. Fear not, dear friend. You have fulfilled your duty with courage. Now you must return alone to the monastery where you will be safe. Indeed, don't be in the swamp of sadness. Okay. Go as fast as you are able. We shall be reunited there before too long. Your horse lowers his head and affectionately he nuzzles your shoulder. His unquestioning love and loyalty warms your heart. With a last pat of his forehead, you send him on his way back along the track and the mountain road that leads to the Kai Monastery. You watch him go until he is lost among the trees. Then you steel your nerves and resolve to reach Rockstarn as quickly as you can on foot. Now here's a quick question. Too soon about Artax. Okay, anyway. So the Kai Monastery. How is there a monastery for like your order when you died? Like everybody died except you. So like if there can still be a monastery standing, but like who's taking care of your horse? Oh well, that's okay. Fortunately, you happen upon the remains of an old border ranger track, and you are able to follow it all the way towards Rockstarn with relative ease. You tackle the difficult ascent with dexterity until you find the way ahead is blocked by a vast wall of snow. This obstruction is a result of an avalanche that swept down the mountainside a few days earlier, carrying with it many trees and loose boulders. The village of Rockstarn lies beyond this great wall of snow and shattered timber. Great! So, I can climb over the avalanche. That doesn't sound smart. Or, through animal kinship, I can commune with the wild looking for help. That sounds like a good idea. Or you feel there must be a way to clear the snow itself from the path. No, how about I talk to the animals? I'm gonna use up all of my power and not be able to do anything else. Okay. A sudden noise makes you turn your head. Instantly you see several pairs of eyes, yellow like burning torches, staring at you through the snowy underbrush. They are the eyes of mountain wolves. You crouch down in the snow and keep perfectly still, your senses tingling. Slowly the pack leader leaves his cover and moves towards you. He is an old male with a distinctive patch of white fur in the center of his forehead. His thick gray body fur is highlighted with gold-colored hairs that ripple and gleam as he traverses the forest floor with ease. There's your wolf friends. My understanding of you from the books was that you were working to rebuild your order and train new people in it, much like Skywalkers with the Jedis. Gotcha. Skywalker with the Jedis. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. You look directly into his amber eyes, and suddenly you understand what has happened here during the past few days. Images retained in the Wolfpack leader's feral memory swim in and out of focus in your mind's eye. You see the villagers of Rockstarn fleeing in panic as a war party of Geoks rampage through the streets of their mining settlement, killing, burning, and looting everything in their path. These images confirm your worst fears. You rise to your feet, and the Wolfpack leader halts mid-step. You decide that you must reach Rockstarn as soon as possible, and instinctively the pack leader senses your purpose here. He turns his head towards the north and lets out a melancholy howl. His pack emerges from hiding. Quickly they follow in his wake when he leaps forward and lopes away through the snowy foliage. You sense that he knows a way around the avalanche. Without hesitation, you rush forward to join with the wolf pack. You run, and the wolf pack runs with you in perfect harmony. You are not a lone wolf! You are not a lone wolf! You've got a whole wolf pack! Alright. I'll move on now. Ooh, we got a map now. Alright, stop. Skip all hints. Let's do that. Yay. I want to meditate. Woot! Cool. Now, actually, before I do anything, let me save it. You can fuck up everything. Yeah. How do I save it? Wasn't this the save button? The sly knife? No. I guess not. That's just my... No! Okay. I give up. I don't know. See, look at all this stuff. That's not what I was looking for. I give up. Stop that. Okay. I will go to the village gate. Yes! Okay. The village of Rockstarn was once a thriving and vibrant mining community nestling among the slopes on the surrounding mountains. Life here on the border with the Darklands is harsh, yet the villagers of Rockstarn are a hardy and industrious community. They are fiercely loyal to you, their liege lord. Oh, that is such a key word. You will hear liege lord all the time. I love it. Although I would have liked it better if I was the Fry Earl and everybody called me Fry Earl, and that would have made me happier. That's okay, I can be your liege lord. Okay, and to King Olnar and Summerland. Now Rockstarn lies silent and smoldering. The noise of its steam engines and its armory no longer echoes among the high peaks. Cautiously you approach the entrance to the village. It is eerily quiet. The smell of wood smoke that you detected from a distance is now heavy with the cloying stench of death. You stare unblinkingly at the horrific scene that greets you. The blood-soaked and lifeless bodies of villagers lie strewn about the streets. Many were cut down as they fled, while others died fighting desperately to protect their loved ones and their homes. Recent snowfall has covered the slain with a thin white shroud, sparing you the unsettling sight of their gaping, frozen wounds. All around, several shops and dwellings have been badly burned or completely destroyed by fire. There are too many victims hereabouts for you to gather their bodies and give them a decent burial, as is the customary practice in Summerland. The terrible price that has been paid by the villagers of Rockstarn, partly as a consequence of your late arrival, weighs heavily on your heart. You close your eyes, raise your face to the cloudy sky, and make a silent plea to the goddess Ishir to gather and protect the souls of the slain. You open your eyes and advance along the main street, your nerves as taut as wound steel wires. Then you hear something. It is the sound of bare feet on fresh snow. It is followed by the rattle of loose armor and a gurgling growl that sets your pulse racing. It is a Geok. Oh boy, I get to read Geok. Ok ek, okak, tag, jatnik, it drools. through its sharp, uneven teeth. You recognize the foul Gyak language and know enough of it to translate the creature's chilling utterance. I bring you a slow death. Ooh, can I, like, save it? That's my big map. That's not what I want. I don't have, like, there is seriously gotta be a save option somewhere. Okay, no, that's my map. Journal. Options. I don't remember where the save button is. That's unfortunate. I thought it was under the journal button, but... Codex, journal. What happens if you push the journal button? Nothing? What happens if you push that button? No, that's a quest item. No? Okay, no, I don't know. Yeah, it's about to be a fight. I would like to save it before I go to the fight and die. Damn it. Oh, it just shows you an image of what your dude looks like. That's cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. No, but seriously, I should have some kind of a save button. Oh, rats. I guess not. I know there has to be one, but oh well. Okay, I don't know. We're just gonna have to continue, I guess. No, I don't want to go back to the main menu. Okay. Maybe it only lets me save at certain points, but now I'm gonna have to fight, so... Here, let's do the fight scene. I don't have much endurance left. Oops, I messed that up. There's all these movements you're supposed to be doing to do your special attacks. No! I will charge back up again. All right now. Doing that circle is hard to do. Special death. Woo! It gets more exciting later when you have like more enemies and more abilities, and like I can summon a wolf at some point and that's cool. So the combat system is definitely made for like a phone for a tap screen, you know, like where you can swipe, like that little swipe you're supposed to do on that one attack. That's really hard to do with a mouse because I'm like, wait, what am I doing with my, you know, like it doesn't work so well for me, but it's definitely like, I think you can also get it on mobile, and because of that, like on mobile, this would be a lot better, I think. Anyway, alright. Your fears are confirmed by the presence of this hateful Giak. Rockstarn has been attacked by a Giak raiding party. The creature stalks towards you that stalking towards you is only one of many now occupying the village. The Giak closes in and defiantly you stand your ground. You can expect to receive no mercy from this creature and you will give none in return. And that was the battle I just fought. So yes, I take everything. Always. Why would I not? You derive no pleasure from killing, but if there is only one survivor still alive in the village, you vow to do everything you can to find and keep them safe. You turn away from the Giak's corpses and scour the surrounding buildings for signs of life, but this part of Rockstarn and its inhabitants were hit especially hard. It looks as if the Giaks wanted to make doubly sure that nobody could escape and raise the alarm. The houses and stores are badly damaged, their once fine facades blackened and charred by fire. The closest building is near to collapse. Much of the roof has fallen in and its walls are cracked and holed. Above the smoldering door you can still see a sign and make out the inscription, Hankar's Store. The store is in such dangerous condition that you feel it is unsafe to enter it. However, it has an attached warehouse that has survived virtually intact. You try to enter, but the door has been barred from the inside. I didn't master this discipline. Okay, so I can reach a large hole that you spotted. I'm gonna do that. Start to climb. Oops, shoot. Okay, with little difficulty you climb the damaged front of the building and peer in through a gaping hole in the wall directly above the main floor. Below you can see the storage area of this general store. Its goods and produce lie scattered everywhere. You sense the presence of Giaks, although you cannot be sure how many are lurking here. Then they scuttle into view. They are fighting over a leg of cured ham that they have found. Roughly, they claw and shove each other as they struggle for possession of this haunch of meat. You watch as they come closer to the barred door. When they are below your position, you decide to use the element of surprise to your advantage. You leap down and attack them, catching them unawares. I really wish I knew how to save this game, because a save would be good right now. Game settings. Can I save it? Oh, it has checkpoints. Okay. Alright, well, then that's different. Okay. Okay, wait. Stop that. There we go. Okay. Fine. Time to fight. Yee! Let's do the badass thing. I had to like reach over to do that. Yes! Wreck his day. I'm gonna block everything and charge back up. Okay. Woohoo! One down. Nope, I have no more anything. Rats! Here we go, let's call an animal companion. Get him! Good boy. Because I'm like almost dead. Ah! My wolf friend saved my life. Alright, loot! Yay! This was once a thriving general store, but now it lies in ruin, its structure badly damaged by fires that were started deliberately by the marauding Gyoks. Much of its stock has also been looted or despoiled by these unwelcome invaders. A map of Rockstarn and the surrounding mountainous area hangs on the soot-blackened wall. This mining village is built on a plateau of rock overlooking the sunken forest. The entrance to its famous Bronin mines is located in the southeast part of the crater-like wall of rock that surrounds and contains the wooded depression. You suspect that Bronin may be the reason why the Gyoks have attacked Rockstarn in force. You search through the debris that covers the floor, but there is little of value to be found. You are about to stop your search and leave the store when, behind the store's counter, you discover something that sparks your curiosity. It is a large wooden chest, and it is locked. Ooh. Yay! How was that for a lock-picking system? You managed to pick the lock, and now the container lies open in front of you. You look inside and find some valuable items that could prove useful. Yes! Take everything. When you leave the store and return to the main street, a gust of icy wind bites into the exposed flesh of your face, and the sudden chill makes you shiver. The winter sun is completely obscured by thick gray clouds, and yet you are able to tell the time of day without its helpful presence. It is nearing midday. Okay, I'm gonna meditate because I need healings. You can be attacked in the middle of meditation as well. It's like sorcery in that way. So, yeah. Cool. You follow the main street, tense and alert, ever watchful for signs of human life and Gyok raiders. Suddenly, the door of a nearby building is thrown open, and into the street pour a gang of Gyoks, growling and waving their black-bladed weapons above their loathsome heads. You steel yourself for imminent combat, but your concentration is broken when you glimpse a human is among their number. It is a girl in her late teens with short dark hair and sharp sparkling eyes. Judging from her appearance and her clothing, she does not look like a typical Rockstarn villager. And you think this is interesting. Yeah, this is actually really fun. I really enjoy this game quite a bit, and I feel like if you were to go back and play through this game multiple times with the different options that you can give your character, the approaches are different, and then like the different paths you can take, you know, like they all lead to eventually the same place, but it would be fun to see the different ways that you can play through this, you know, and the different ways you can build your lone wolf character. Okay, so you can fight them in the open. I didn't master that discipline. I take advantage of the confusion to observe the girl, or I mind blast them. How about I mind blast them? Yes. Oh shoot. Okay. Alright. Yeah, pew pew pew! It's often on sale on Steam. Yeah, there should be a mobile version of this too, because this setup is too much like a mobile setup for it to not be a mobile game as well. The Gyoks are so preoccupied with the girl that they fail to see you standing openly in the street nearby. Quickly, you seize the advantage and launch a psychic attack upon this closely grouped gang of enemies. The searing effect of your mind blast makes the Gyoks shriek with pain. You glance toward the girl to see that she has stopped momentarily. For a fleeting second, your eyes meet. In the blink of an eye, she upholsters a small crossbow from beneath her cloak. It is unlike any crossbow you have ever seen before. Ooh, check her out. She's badass. Still for sale on iPhone and Android for $7. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. And like, for the ease of use that it would probably have on mobile versus on Steam, unless you want to stream it, I would say the mobile version would probably be the better bet, just because the controls will work a little bit better for you that way. Alright, so she's cool. She levels the strange crossbow at one of the Gyoks and sends a steel bolt straight between the creature's hateful eyes. She fires again, and another Gyok falls dead. Then another. The crossbow is reloading itself as fast as she can fire it. Quickly, she holsters her weapon and sprints across the street towards the cover and safety of an undamaged house on the far side. Your instinct is to follow her, for she is the first living human you have encountered so far. There are many questions you would like to ask her. Unfortunately, the break in your concentration gives the Gyoks some reprieve from your psychic attack, and now their shrieks of pain have turned to cries of anger. You raise your weapon and rush towards them, eager to slay them all before they can fully recover from the effects of your Kai Mind Blast. Yeah, definitely. If you pick up the mobile one, let me know how you like it on mobile, and definitely keep me apprised of your progress with the game. I played it through already once, but oh wait, I want to do the super attack. Oh shoot, I don't have enough magic. Rats. Okay. Let's bleed you out. Oh no. Let's call my buddy. Yes. Look, Devin, it's your dog! It's not my dog. Poodle is a little bit too mushy. She's too scary. She will never go do a thing. Like fight stuff. You're kidding. Get him, Wolfie! Bleed him out! Yes! Yes! One down. I'm gonna try it again. Oh, I did it! Yes! Good. Oh fuck, another one. And this one's got armor! Damn it! Okay. I'ma just block your ass for a while. Go get him, Wolf! Yeah, those eyes for sure. Let's do it. Yes! Finish him! You have different ways of finishing him too, by the way, so like, bear in mind there are other ways you can do it. The one thing that upsets me about Lone Wolf himself is that he has a Gumby crotch. No, really, he has a Gumby crotch. I'll show you. So... look at his Gumby crotch. There's nothing in there. It's just like, it's Gumby. That upsets me a lot. Like, it's very upsetting. I mean, like, worse than his weird, like, whatever this is that's not really quite a mustache, like whatever this is going on, like the, Logan, except Logan has more fur, but like, anyway. Worse than that is the Gumby crotch issue. That upsets me greatly. But I got goodies, so I'll admit that. Okay, the girl is nowhere to be seen. You focus your gaze on the houses opposite and detect fresh tracks leading towards the front door of the largest house. It has escaped the fire that has ravaged much of this area. And clearly you can read the ornate sign fixed above the door, Redalian the Inventor. Stealthily you approach the front door and twist its iron handle. It is locked. So, I can force it or pick it. Let's pick it. Okay, there's no manual saves. Thank you for letting me know about that. I wasn't sure. Like, I kept on going like, there's gotta be some way! There's gotta be some way. And yeah, that's exactly how lockpicking works. Hey, this game is like, it gives you stuff to do, but like, not so complex that like, you know, it's high maintenance to try to play through this game. Like, this is a game that's fun to play without it being work to play, I think is the best way to say it. You hear the click of the lock opening and you reach for the door handle. One twist and it opens easily on its well-oiled hinges. Cautiously, you enter the open doorway and catch your first glimpse of the interior of Redalian's home. It is furnished with sturdy chairs and tables, all stacked high with blueprints of inventions, prototype clockwork devices, and tools of all kinds. Your eyes adapt quickly to the dark interior, and your ears detect the scurry of female feet shod in soft leather. How do you know they're female feet? Like, what is that? Sounds like a woman's foot. Like, okay. Life. All right. From out of the shadows, the girl comes running towards you. Who are you? She demands to know. I am Lone Wolf. Really? I am Lone Wolf, and I am your liege lord! Ah! I love this! You and your women feet! I am Lone Wolf, and I am your liege lord! Who is your liege lord? I am, you reply, taken aback by her impertinent tone. Oh, damn. You can see this being a good in-bed game. Yeah, right? Alright. And who are you? I'm Leandra. Redalian is my father. Wait, his name is actually Lone Wolf? Apparently, it fucking is Lone Wolf, and that is his fucking name. He is your liege lord, by the way, if you didn't know. And he can tell if your feet are male or female. One of his many powers. I guess it's his Kai powers. Alright. Leandra's voice is tense and irritable. It's as if she resents having to answer your simple question. This is not how the villagers would normally address their liege lord, and you assume she must be in a state of shock. It's Lord Wolf, right? Oh, you take a new name when you join the Kai. Okay, hey, good thing you're here to tell us all of this information, all this lore about Lone Wolf that I don't know. But yeah, I love this. Like, so I'm gonna have to reread that entire section with like the proper inflection in my voice. Who are you? She demands to know. I am Lone Wolf, and I am your liege lord, you reply, taken aback by her impertinent tone. And who are you? I'm Leandra. Redalian is my father. Leandra's voice is tense and irritable. It's as if she resents having to answer your simple question. This is not how the villagers would normally address their liege lord, and you assume she must be in a state of shock. She's gotta be in a state of shock, because, like, she ain't giving you the proper respect. Alright. Thank you, my lord, she says, her voice dripping with sarcasm. So gracious of you to visit your humble little village. Such a pity you arrived too late. Far too late. Her harsh words shock you into stunned silence. You are a little unnerved by her disrespect and her belligerence. Doesn't she know that you are her liege lord? Come on, Leandra. Okay, I can force her. I remain silent as I ponder the girl's irreverent manners. No, let's be diplomatic. What is this shit? Oh my god. The girl is clearly upset by the calamity that has befallen her village, her friends, and her family, you think? You soften your expression and try to console her sympathetically. I like that you have to think sympathetically, like, and put that in there as like an addition. Maybe she didn't give him proper respect because she didn't know who he is. Hence, why she asked who he is. Yeah, right? Who the fuck are you? Alright. So, you soften your expression and try to console her sympathetically. I came as soon as I received word that you were in trouble. I have sent an urgent message to the king, and he will send troops here to deal with the Gyoks. Of that you can be sure. The girl nods her head, acknowledging your words of comfort, but she does not say anything in reply. You sense that she is not entirely convinced that what you say will come to pass. She goes to the front door and closes it before she says anything more. Maybe because it's snowing outside. The girl goes and stands next to a lattice window at the front of the house. Anxiously, she peers into the street beyond. She is fearful that more Gyoks will arrive soon and try to break into her house. You stand on the other side of the window and try to get her to talk to you. Together, you keep watch for marauding gangs of Gyoks. After a few minutes of uneasy silence, finally she relents and tells you what has happened in Rockstarn. She also tells you of something about herself and her famous father. A large raiding party of Gyoks, supported by Drakarim, attacked the village the day before yesterday. They gained entry into the village by way of the large steam-powered elevator platform. This elevator is used to hoist wagons of Bronin ore and convey miners to the floor of the sunken forest. Rockstarn was attacked during the day. From this fact, you deduce that the raiders were not focused upon killing the townfolk since they launched their attack at a time when the village was least occupied. Many of the villagers were down in the sunken forest when the attack began, either working on the mines, or gathering timber. These lucky ones have all since taken refuge in the mines, which may well be the safest place to be at present, and certainly the easiest to defend. Unfortunately, the timing of the attack caught the most vulnerable villagers unawares and undefended. Recall the macabre sight that greeted your arrival, and a shiver runs down your spine. The armies of the Dark Lords are cruel beyond reason. They delight in murder and mayhem and know no other way. Leandra is unsure about precisely what the raiders came for, but she stayed behind to sabotage the elevator. She acted with the help of Tarlor, the village sheriff. By doing so, she would prevent the Gyoks from pursuing and killing her kinfolk before they could reach the sanctuary of the mines. Since she has played cat and mouse with the Gyoks, constantly moving and hiding to avoid being captured or killed. She tells you that she removed 3 essential parts of the elevator mechanism. Here's your fetch quest. The compression valve, the drive chain, and the control handle. She has one of the parts in her pocket. It is the compression valve. The other 2 parts are in separate locations in the village. Leandra tells you that Tarler the sheriff has the control handle and that she hid the drive chain in the foundry near the ore smelting works, a large building located close to the cliff edge. Without these parts, the elevator is useless. The Gyoks cannot return to the forest floor. They are trapped here. The cliff is steep and sheer, and it's too treacherous to descend by rope. Leandra is anxious to rejoin her father and the others who are now hiding in the mines. Rockstarn is far too dangerous a place for her to stay here any longer, but she is sorely aware that the only way down to the forest floor is by using the elevator. To do this, she must have all 3 of the missing parts so she can refit them and get the elevator working again. You are impressed by Leandra's skills and you ask her about them. You ask Leandra if she works as her father's assistant, or you feel the urge to move on and you don't want to talk anymore. Let's ask her about her skills. You tell her that you are very impressed by the courage she has shown. You compliment her. Your compliment makes her smile, but only a little. It's the first time you have seen her relax her stern expression. How have you been able to survive in a village full of enemies, you ask? Leandra's smile broadens. I followed my father's footsteps as an inventor. But my work is, how shall I say, less theoretical and more personal. She flicks back her cloak to reveal her holstered crossbow. I'm a crack shot with this. It's kept me out of harm's way so far, but now I only have a few bolts left. My ammunition is running out fast, and so too, I fear, is my luck. She reaches to a velvet pouch hanging from her leather belt. She clicks open its clasp and takes out a small metal cylinder, which she hands to you. I think this compression valve would be better off in your safe keeping. Please keep it secure. Our lives may depend on it. That means she must get captured. You take the compression valve and store it carefully in your backpack. Leandra stares directly into your eyes and says, I am determined to join my father and my people in the mine. You have come here to pursue the raiders and avenge the destruction they have wrought. Is that not so? If you will help me, then I will help you. You're going to need a working elevator to reach the forest floor. Without it, you'll not be able to discover the reason for this attack. Leandra says, when the Geoks discovered that I'd sabotaged the elevator, they were furious. In their blind rage, they vandalized the pump room and the boiler house. I must go there and make good any damage to the pump and boiler. It's no good replacing the missing parts if there's nothing to power the elevator. And while you're taking care of that, I shall search for the missing parts, you reply. Leandra nods her approval. Remember, she says, Sheriff Tarler has the control handle, and the drive chain is hidden in the foundry. I have little chance to hide it properly. There were 2 Geoks chasing me, as I recall. I threw it among some of the other chains that were lying on the floor. It's very different to those chains. It's smaller and it's well oiled. The foundry chains are dry and have much bigger links. Very good. This will help me to find the parts, you reply. Your immediate tasks are now clear. You must find Sheriff Tarler and retrieve the control handle, and you must go to the foundry and find the drive chain. So, based on what I've done, I have gained some skills. Woo! Blood on the Snow 2. I've been going at this for about an hour, but I've also been going on the other game for about an hour, so I think this is a good place for me to stop for tonight. If you guys like this, though, I'll see if I can stream a little bit tomorrow as well. So let me know, and I'll do that. But I know it's kind of short notice, but if I keep doing this, I will never go back in and finish my cooking for the rest of the week. So, yeah, let me know. Shoot me a message, and thank you guys for watching. Hanging out.